Tired of misconceptions about building your dream home? Join us as we debunk myths and reveal the easy, seamless experience of new construction. I was talking to a customer the other day and they didn't want to build because they were worried about it going over budget, being such a hassle to go through the process. You've heard all the bad stuff. So it made me think I better go make you guys a video so I can show people exactly how we make this process super, super easy. We have worked with clients on over 200 new constructions, and I've done the design on almost all of those as well. Our team specializes in new construction, so today I'm going to show you the exact step-by-step process we use to make building your dream home a seamless, incredible experience. So be sure to stick around until the end, where I give you bonus tips on 3 things to be sure to never miss out on in your garage. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Living in the Black Hills. My name is Jeff and I've lived in the Black Hills area my entire life, and I don't want to age myself too much here, but it's been 39 years now. If you want to learn more about all things in the Black Hills area of South Dakota, then this is the channel for you. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, tap the notification button so you can be notified every time we put out a new video. If you have any questions about the Black Hills area or want to know about real estate in the area, my team and I have sold over 1,650 homes in the last 10 years, and we would love to help. So if you are serious about moving to South Dakota, then reach out to the phone number below and send an email or click the link to set up a Zoom call with us so we can help you get moved to this incredibly beautiful place. All right, guys, first thing we got to discuss is the budget. We need to get this out of the way right away because what you can spend determines your lot cost. Okay, so what I mean by that is if you have about 100 grand to spend on a lot, then 4 to 5x is a pretty good number to look at, meaning you're probably maybe 6x. You're probably going to need a budget of around 500, 600. $400,000 in our market. You probably need 700 on that $100,000 lot because the cost keeps going up to build. But just so you know, we can get a rough idea of the lot cost. So if you have 6 or 700,000, you don't want to be buying a $300,000 lot. Those lots are going to be more challenging to build on. So the budget is going to determine the lot cost. Next, it's also going to determine the size of the house you build, right? So since I've designed over 200 new constructions, I can generally hit this on the nose, okay? So we can usually get your construction right in your budget if you stick with me and focus and don't get carried away. Some people get carried away and then we got to do it again, okay? So your budget is number one and determines everything. Okay, just like we were talking about before, next up is the lot. So what a lot of people want to do is they want to go get a floor plan they like and they want to go for the floor plan first. That is not the way to do it. We want to design a floor plan that is perfect for the lot. Where are the good views at? How do we get views out the master? How do we get them out the living room? Things like that. So most importantly, we need to find a lot that works for you. And also, it's going to be a lot different in town versus acreage, okay? It's very important. When you get a lot in town, half acre, quarter acre, whatever it is, the utilities are in the street. They're very close. You don't have to account for much cost for things like that. When you're getting on acreage lots, we have to clear trees. We have to bring utilities in. We're doing one right now. We got to bring it 450 foot, the electrical, and then you got to use a transformer, and that's quite a bit of an additional cost, okay? We have septic systems out in the country. We have longer roads. You have many different variables. So it's typically about, 50, 75, potentially $100,000 more than building in town. So once again, goes back to that budget. Find the lot, design the house around the lot. All right, number 3 is floor plan. All right, this is the fun part. This is one of my favorite parts. Like I said, I've done over a couple hundred of these. It's a great, fun time. Now, once again, we got to design around the lot. That is absolutely key. We have to design a house around the lot. Do we need a walkout? Do you want 2 bedrooms in a half story upstairs? Do you want a full story? Do we need a bonus room above the garage, right? What do you want that accommodates your lifestyle? So what we'll do, guys, is actually go into your lifestyle. Like, what's important to you? Do you have boats? Do you have campers? Do you have side by sides? Do you have a car collection you want to put in there, right? So we have to go into detail on how you want this house to work. I was just meeting with a customer yesterday, and they actually said they don't spend a lot of time on their back deck, and they have some incredible views. They have a big covered back deck on this house we're designing, but they said they want to use their walkout basement more. So we're going to adjust their lifestyle more to that. We're going to put a built-in gas fire pit downstairs, right? We're going to stamp that concrete so it looks absolutely stunning when they walk out there. We're going to put a little more money into the patio downstairs to accommodate their lifestyle. The next thing that we're going to do with that floor plan is we're going to do some awesome space management. So having built 2 of my own personal houses and designed so many houses, we are going to make sure, does the dining room accommodate everything you need to put in it? How's the kitchen? Do you cook a lot? Do you not care? What about the living room? Is it the proper size living room? The master, is it at least 14 by 14? That's kind of the minimum size we like to go for a master bedroom. How did the guest bedrooms look? Does it even matter? Do you need an office? So there's a lot of variables, and we're going to design the perfect house for you. That's what's so exciting about doing new construction. So next thing that's going to happen after we've designed the perfect floor plan, we've taken it through the checklist, it's perfect floor plan, we're going to bid the house, okay? So the builder's going to bid the property, and in that you're going to get a spec sheet that shows you everything going in the house, from the siding to the quartz to everything, the tile showers in the master bedroom, everything going in the house. And then there'll be some options, some upgrade options. Do you want a heater in the garage? Do you want to upgrade the quartz? Are you satisfied with the flooring? All that sort of thing. And then we'll upgrade the property to your liking. Then we'll redo the bid sheet, and then we'll get that signed and keep moving forward. So next thing we're going to do is the builder's going to buy the lot and carry the construction loan and make this seamlessly easy for you guys, okay? So it's going to be outstanding. You're going to buy it like a resale home. We're going to make it seamless and absolutely convenient for you, so you don't have to deal with the bank and deal with the draws and deal with all that other stuff. The builder is going to take care of that for you. So next part in the process, now this is where it gets really fun. This is where you get to pick out everything in the house, okay? So we'll work with an interior designer and pick out everything in the house. So we make this as simple or as complicated as you want it. So if you're like, I like gray floors, give me 3 choices, we can do that. Or if you want to see all the options, lot of luxury vinyl plank going in right now. It actually looks so much like hardwoods, you can't tell the difference, but it wears great, especially for pets. And so you have every choice. You're going to choose your siding, your doors, your floors, your counters, your cabinets, what color trim work you want, everything in the house. And this is where it gets really fun. This process usually takes 2 to 3 days. Unless you're coming from out of town, you want to fly in, we can do it in a day, but it gets a little tough. So typically people set aside 2 or 3 days, and this is the really, really fun part. All right, so next thing that's going to happen is you're going to do an electrical walkthrough after the house is, the concrete's in, the house is all framed up. You're going to do a walkthrough. And the cool thing about that is you get to choose what light switches you want in the home. Do you want, like in my home, I like it to be able to turn off the kitchen, the dining, the living room right by the master bedroom. When I walk in, I can flick all the switches, turn off all the lights, okay? So you'll be able to do that. Do you want a dedicated freezer plug? I like putting a dedicated 20 amp for the freezer. That way you don't ruin everything in the freezer because you tripped the freezer somewhere else. Doing something else, didn't realize it tripped the freezer as well. You can also put like 50 amps in. We do full RV hookups. There's a lot of cool things we can do with the electrical walkthrough. So once again, an exciting part of the process. All right, so next thing that's going to happen right before, closing is we're going to do a blue tape walkthrough. So we're going to walk through the entire property, find all the chips, all the nicks, whatever. If there's any issues with the house, typically it's a pretty simple, pretty basic process, but we're going to do that to make sure that it is exactly what you want. Then the big day, closing day. So like I said, we're going to make this as easy as possible. You're going to buy like this, like a resale home, because the builder's going to carry. So the cool thing is we're going to get you an early move in. So you're going to move in Friday. Okay. So you don't have, like in a traditional closing, you gotta have all your stuff packed up, the house clean, and you're probably staying in a hotel with a moving truck full to move into your new house. So it's somewhat problematic and incredibly challenging typically. That's why, another reason why I love new construction. This way, we're going to list your home about 75 days, 90 days out if it's a little bit more of a trickier home to sell. We're going to list it then, and then after that, we're gonna let you move in Friday. We're gonna close both homes seamlessly on Monday. So like I said, this is a seamless process. That's why I love it. I just want you guys to know how easy this process truly is. All right, so next up, the builder does include a 1-year home warranty. Okay, so if any issues come up, you also have that comfort of knowing a 1-year warranty. So typically how it works is 2-3 weeks in, there'll be a few things here and there, send somebody over to take care of that, and then maybe say 9 months into it, we finish it up, unless something major comes along, which isn't typical. But you get the comfort of a 1-year warranty. All right, the other thing you get with our team, guys, is help after the build. So a lot of people do it and then they roll. Not us. We know people. We have the best connections. We know all the landscapers. We know you want epoxy floors, you need a water softener, you want RO systems, any of that, we are still here for you in the end. All right, guys, thanks so much for sticking around till the end. And I told you I was going to give you a bonus, and here it is. These are 3 things that I highly recommend you doing in your garages, because garages are a big deal in South Dakota, okay? We typically do 4-stall garages now on our spec homes. So you always want to include garage drains. I prefer the big trench drains. And then you want to have a garage heater, or at least roughen for a heater, because when you finish the garage, it's going to make it problematic to put in a heater down the road. Really like doing in-floor garage heat. It is better than a garage heater, but having a nice garage heater like a hot dog up in the corner really helps. Make sure and do that. And always put in a hot and cold water hose bib. That way, if you ever want to wash your cars inside, this garage, if you set it up this way, you can wash your cars inside the garage in winter. I do it all the time. And so that is what you want to do to set up a garage. Hot, cold water hose bib, garage drains, and a garage heater at a minimum, a rough-in. All right, everyone, thanks so much for watching. Really appreciate it. Don't forget to hit that like button on the video and reach out to us. All our contact information is below. We would absolutely love to help you get a new construction. As you probably can tell by the video, I'm pretty passionate about this. And so reach out and let's get you in your dream new construction.